Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're looking at, finally, the Sports Sedan / GT Championship in Australia. This looks really, really cool. It's been recommended by a lot of people. This comes from the channel Super 100 Miles Per Hour. Great channel. Will be linked in the description down below. Let's get right into this. We have a wicked-looking modified Chevy Monza, like heavily modified. Looks absolutely crazy. That is driven by the one and only Peter Brock. How exciting is that? And we are at Adelaide, as I said, so we got a different track than I'm used to, right? Anything other than Bathurst is a learning experience for me, and Peter Brock is involved. It's always going to be good. Here are some other competitors. We have Porsche 930 turbos, 944s, Alfa Romeos. Interesting looking field. Let's check it out.
56.6 Rusty French. Behind French is Peter Fitzgerald in that white Porsche. Mick Monterosso in the
Okay, standing start.
But the cars
Those are always exciting.
You can see there the Edmondson Alfetta, third from the left.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds to go. This will be an electrifying start. The acceleration of these cars will be awesome.
Here we go.
Car stall on the grid, says the sign.
These are cool, man. They're definitely...
Jones well away.
Ooh, look at this. Brock got a lot of wheel spin on that start in that Monza.
Edmondson going with Jones. Brock in third.
Wow, that Porsche up front is really fast.
And it's Jones, Edmondson. And Jones, Brock, Edmondson.
Oh, look at how crazy these cars look. That Monza looks insane, dude. Like something from a video game, like arcade game. It's crazy.
Oh, you see how long it took him to bring the car back there. The S's.
Wow.
French back there. Clem Smith. On the reverse camber. This is the area where Brock has an advantage. Watch the advantage. Watch it in this loop where Jones.
These things sound great. You can hear the thunderous roar from most of the field. Great sounding. I'm assuming most of these are V8s. Some of them turbocharged.
What the world champion of 1980 can do, though. And Brock's going to have to go the long way around.
Jeez, that Monza's nuts.
If he wants him. And he's sitting back and waiting.
That'd be a car that'd just be fun. Fun to drive, wouldn't it? To rip that around the track.
Just a little bit faster.
Look at the flame out of the turbo exhaust.
Yeah, flames coming out of that Porsche. He is pressing him. Peter Brock is pressing the Porsche.
Really wring the neck of those cars. Get every little ounce out.
Wow, these things are wicked. Shooting flames. You guys got to tell me about these in the comments if you remember these, you knew something about them. I'm thinking these got some high horsepower because they are flying off the corner. They are coming off the corner extremely aggressive. They accelerate really quick. That standing start, they accelerate way faster than I would have thought. I mean, we're talking about early 80s here. Look at Peter Brock getting a little sideways. What a beast. These cars are, wow. These are faster than I would have imagined. These got to be high horsepower. Maybe 700, 800, I don't know. Brock with the sneaky pass there. Whoa, that was nice. Peter Brock in the lead. I swear that guy, I mean, this is totally different than what I've seen. Watching him throw the Tirana around Bathurst, right? This is a totally different series, totally different caliber of car, and he's in the lead still. Pretty sure you can just throw Peter Brock, especially in the 70s and 80s, you throw him in any car, and he's going to be able to take that checkered flag in first position.
So much as they come head on.
I'm pretty freaking sure.
But even there, he's still pulling it.
These are cool,
see the
man.
Different lines. See Jones keeping tight because the car washes away so much.
Now, what's interesting is I usually praise like the old, Australian touring cars compared to modern V8 supercars, or just supercars rather, because they were closer to stock, right? They were this good old Australian muscle, and they were, of course, a little modified to be safe for racing, and they hit some tune-ups, some upgrades under the hood or the bonnet, but yeah, they were kind of near stock, right? The whole win on Sunday, sell on Monday deal. These obviously are the opposite. These are nowhere near stock. These are crazy, wicked, aerodynamic freak like race cars. These are full-on race cars, super light, really weird looking. But I actually like it. So it's different, right? We know these are nothing like the road-going car. But I almost appreciate this for what it is because it is different. It's kind of cool to see the real fat tires, the really wide-looking bodies, and them just flying around the track. I mean, these are extremely fast. I'm kind of impressed. I'm actually very impressed. So, yeah, Sports Sedan GT Championship starting out pretty interesting for me. I like it. I can't believe I haven't discovered this yet.
Still holding Bond. A 52.71 for Peter Brock. So he's taken 1.29 seconds.
And to see Peter Brock in it is just a delightful surprise. And of course, he's out front. I mean, he was battling that Porsche for a couple laps, and then he made a swift overtake, right? And now, I mean, geez Louise, it's been one lap, and he's already got a sizable lead. That just shows how good he really is. But that Monza, that Chevy Monza's got some power, and it's handling really well. Yeah, look at that thing! Wow, that thing is wicked, man.
Braking and that to point it, and then he just pulls it into the corner, and it just turns.
It's borderline ridiculous looking, but I actually really like it.
To be much more cautious, Brock
it's because it's so wild, and he's got it tuned in, doesn't he? That Porsche is pretty cool looking as well. Look at it, shooting flames every turn. Dude, that is awesome. These are really cool. I'm surprised. Maybe these were really famous. I'm surprised just for me, I haven't watched these yet. Shame on me. I mean, these are friggin' wild. Look at all these different cars. What is that small one? What the hell is this little guy here?
Smith running in.
I don't know what any of these are because they're so weird looking. They're so modified.
Heading car 2, Mick Monterosso.
Whoa, that number 6 is cool looking. Is that a Falcon or something?
And car number 6, David Terrell.
And amongst all of it, car 22, Luigi.
I don't know.
The little Anglia who's really firing it up. That white car, the Escort, is the lap record holder in the.
One of these is an Escort, I heard.
His lap
don't know which.
58.9, about 4.9, almost 5 seconds off the pace of the outright cars. We just look at Clem Smith holding him up through the S's and onto the bowl now.
Lots of size variation. Some of these cars really small, some of them really big.
In Adelaide, had their first race.
Oh, they're connecting. Holy crap, I thought the white number 2 was going to get thrown around. I really did.
Tremendous argument. I don't know if I'd like to be in a poker school with them. Peter Brock now running away a little bit from Jones.
Dang, these sound wicked. Maybe not all of them V8. Some of them sounded like 4 or 6 cylinders possibly.
That's the lead.
Listen to the V8 here.
Peter Brock, Alan Jones.
Everything sounds great. That Monza sounds amazing.
Brock's car, you can just see how
that sounds amazing.
Be braking still and turning.
God, what a machine.
Speed
he is catching up to the back of the pack.
He has to cope
wow.
with traffic, and later in the
how
race,
is this possible,
he
man?
To cope with tire problems.
I mean, to be fair, we're talking about Adelaide here. I don't know much about this track. I'm learning it as we go. Let me say this, that very flat track, and the turns are flat, right? So not much banking at all. This is a very, I would call, technical track. I would think most cases it's slightly slower paced in these S's here, because again, right, you don't have much banking to help you out. It's a pretty sharp turn. It's not a particularly wide track, from what I can tell, and so you would think you would not have someone in front of the pack catch up all the way to the back of the pack. That is absolutely insane. Speaks to Peter Brock's ability. The guy was honestly like an alien. He was just so good behind the wheel. And, I mean, obviously that Monza's built well and is a really fast machine as well, but he is piloting that thing. The fact that he is going on this track that fast, kind of mind-blowing to me.
That group that we were following.
It's one of these tracks that looks exciting for us spectators, but looks almost like a pain in the rear sometimes after a few laps if you're a driver, because it's a lot of sharp turns, and other than that main straight, sometimes it might feel like you can't get the car going, right? You have to nail all these turns correctly, turn after turn, or else it could get pretty frustrating, like this guy spun out.
Keeping it on the dirt.
And the flag marshal, unperturbed, waving the caution flag as DeLuca overcorrects. And by luck,
Obviously here you can get
manages
some
to
nice
miss
speed
the barrier.
on the main straight.
We see Graham Lusty.
But look at him just
He's about
passing
to be
these
overtaken
people
very shortly by
left
Brock.
and right,
Official
like a
lap
video
record
game,
on Brock,
man.
52.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds off the lap record, held by Bob Jane in this same car, although in a different guise. This is in GT formation, which means that the car is allowed far more body and suspension modifications and far wider wheels. It can have up to 18-inch wide wheels,
Wow.
whereas sports sedans are allowed only 10-inch wheels, and that's what Tony Edmondson in the...
Okay, so you guys got to help me with this. This is why I learn, okay, because I don't know this stuff off the top of my head. Is this two different series, sports sedans and GT championships? Is it the same? I thought it might have been the same. Now I'm thinking it's separate. Still, regardless, he's really good. Everything I said still applies because we all know he's got the skill to, reach the back of the pack if he really wanted to. But maybe he's not passing the back of his class. Maybe he's reaching another class that is slower. Either way, he still has to drive through traffic. He's still got an insane lead. And maybe these are different series because he made it sound like the GT cars have wider, can have up to 18-inch wide wheels, which is crazy. That's really big tire. So yeah, the different classes, more aero, that kind of deal. So
Alpha
maybe these are separate.
Chevrolet is on only 10-inch wheels, so he's at an immense disadvantage in getting his power to the ground compared to these cars.
Jeez, get a look at that, man. Wow.
Peter Brock, the only chap that's ever driven this car other than Bob Jane. Bob Jane with sciatica from an old back injury ages ago, and just not 100%. Behind
Dude, he has
Brock
got
there,
that thing dialed
third
in. It's
place
just,
Jones,
it's
still
going
holding
so
second and running to about
fast. You
3
can
seconds
tell
in
on
the rear.
camera, on old cameras here.
Here's Tony Edmondson.
He is going so fast in that car.
4 seconds behind
Wow.
Tony Edmondson is Colin Bond trying incredibly hard to catch
Look at
up.
it hugging
They
these
left the
turns,
back
these
markers.
flat turns.
That was the dice we were
Very
watching earlier,
impressive,
already
man.
lapped by Peter Brock on only lap 8 of a 25-lap event.
Peter Brock was just so thrilled when he first drove this car.
Wow.
It took him only 4 laps of private practice on last Thursday or Friday. As we look at Peter Fitzgerald's car 3, the
Look at that.
RSR
Wow.
3.2 litre non-turbo.
These
Ford
are wicked-looking machines,
which
man.
qualified
Wow.
6,000 for 58.3.
That's a left-hand
With one
drive,
of the
too.
people actually
Look at that.
trying to raise the $40,000 to do a lease deal on the car that ran Peter Brock. A beautifully built car, some glorious work around the windscreen. Down the A pillar there's a separate pillar runs forward with the windscreen wrapping around behind it. And they've had an aircraft aerodynamicist working on it. As John Smales was saying earlier, a Formula One suspension and chassis engineer, Pat Purcell, to whom the most enormous amount of credit is due for the whole concept of the motor car and the way that it's been done. It is really a brilliant motor car. It's a lower car at roof height than the Porsche tabs on that car. It's a part of the car.
So somewhere along the line, this Porsche has taken the lead. Brock is in second.
And to changes
And that thing is wicked. That's I tell you what, that's a good battle between this beautiful 27 Porsche and, of course, the Chevy Monza under the hands of Peter Brock. What a wicked matchup.
But he's in rear wing and caster of the front wheels. He said the steering was very heavy when he first drove it. 2 laps to go for Jones.
2 laps to go. I mean, he's got a sizable lead. I don't really know how this happened. I did skip around as this is a very long video. But in the screenshots, not exactly sure when he passed down here.
Likely.
Don't know if it was because of a pit stop or something or what.
In this 4th round of the Australian Sports Sedan Championship.
Ooh.
But that's the
No,
way
he didn't get loose. It looked like he was for a second. Nah, he's got it dialed
Peter
in.
Brock hasn't started in any of the other rounds in the series.
What do you like better?
So he will
That
take
Monza
6.
or the
That will
Porsche?
leave him behind Rusty
Maybe
French
something
lying
else
second on 14
from this series?
without
Tell me that
today's
down
score.
below.
Colin Bond lying third
It's a
on
tough choice.
10.
I think they're both
Tony
awesome.
Edmondson fourth
Clearly,
on
I
6,
didn't.
equal
I'm
with
still
Tony
not catching this
Hubbard,
driver's name,
and
but
Brett
he's
Linton
very
behind him,
talented.
6th place on 4
Obviously,
points.
if he's in first place.
Here
But yeah, obviously Peter Brock is a legend. Both these cars are really cool. I'm going to go with the Monza. I just got to. It appeals to that, you know, boyhood toy cars, video game stuff, right? It's just wicked looking. It looks like a toy car you would have when you were a kid, right? Like a Hot Wheels or something. It's really cool. Really, really cool. And he takes second place. Look at this. What's this thing? Oh, that's an, is that an Alpha? Thought I saw the Alfa Romeo logo.
Behind him, we'll see Colin
Pretty
Bond
wicked
coming
looking
around.
as well,
Sliding
huh?
Sideways is Colin Bond. And through goes Bond.
Wow, what a field of vehicles here. Insane. Of course, we have a Porsche 928, it looked like there. Adults here. So yeah, Alan Jones, that's right. Alan Jones and the beautiful Porsche 930 Turbo. What a wicked machine. Took the gold. Chevy Monza by Peter Brock took second place, of course. And then, yes, I was right. Okay. We had Tony Edmondson in the wicked-looking Alfa Romeo as well. So there you have it. What a matchup between Alan Jones and Peter Brock, between the Porsche and the Monza. Really, really interesting to see this. This has been a long time coming. I'm really glad I got to see this. I should have looked at this a long time ago. This was wicked, I got to admit. Would like to see more iconic moments from this series, this era. Please leave those in the comments down below. Links to videos you would like me to see. As always, I love this stuff, and this did not disappoint. This was really, really cool. These cars are wicked. Tell me some tech specs you would like to share about these, because wow, these were like just crazy looking cars. They sounded great, and I was very impressed with how fast they were. These were really fast looking. These were definitely premium racing vehicles at the time, I imagine. So yeah, leave your thoughts on that stuff down below. Please throw a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Help this video out. I do appreciate it. Of course, you can subscribe for more awesome stuff like this and join our amazing community. And with that being said, guys, check that description out for this original video. It will be linked down there, as well as other ways you can interact with my channel. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys. Catch you later.